Welcome to No Filter Radio. It's your girl Just Blaze. We got DJ High Grade. We got
Yo.
First Breed in the building.
Yo.
And please don't blame my heart, but I didn't get your name properly.
Ace.
Ace, thank you. I'm horrible at names. Nobody ever remembers this. Yo, how y'all doing? How's everything?
Chilling.
Good to see you after 8 years. How long you said? 2018?
2018.
4 years. Damn, we still look good. Damn it. They say black don't crack. Like,
Don't.
Pandemic got us, I think the pandemic had us preserved for like a good 2 years or something like that.
Preserved. We had some crazy ass babies. Some people.
Wait, you had a baby?
No.
Oh.
Some people. Let me rephrase that. My fault.
Yeah, you said that too fast.
Yeah.
Had me thinking like, when you had a baby, you didn't tell us? What happened to the baby shower?
That's the next album.
What was life like for you, like during the pandemic, music-wise?
Music-wise, it was dope.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used the pandemic to unpack a lot of trauma and shit like that.
Okay.
Things I was going through like post-pandemic, and I just used it to get through all of that. I wrote some really good songs, particularly a project that I have out now, Dawn to Tell Me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it sparked a new love for music, a new interest.
It's funny you say that because I feel like that actually happened with a lot of artists. Well, a lot of artists that are in tune with what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they saw that time as a downtime, but also as a time to kind of like reflect.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people kind of found themselves also. You know, so it was kind of like bittersweet.
Yeah.
You know, because as much as we was in like a freaking rut as a whole in society and everything like that, certain people, a lot of people say, yo, all this downtime we had, you better have that time with that shit.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You had nothing but time to do shit.
Mm-hmm. I wish I would have done more.
No, listen, absolutely, me too. But you can't live life with regrets.
That's a fact.
You do what you're doing and you just keep going forward. But that's good though. So you use that time to kind of like focus on what you were doing now.
Yeah, I kind of dived into some new writing skills and put in stuff that was in my head that had always been there and just putting it on that pad, on my phone and shit. And it really I think it just opened up a new realm of music for me, a new realm of lyricism, a new realm of just expressing myself, like all of that. Like I just felt like it was a stressful time, I'm not gonna lie, I was away from family, and I was literally doing, the whole pandemic by myself at my crib, so it was like, it was tough.
It's the disconnect was hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like it kind of made us appreciate more, because, wasn't really probably going to check our family as much, but now it's like, wait, you can't go check your family right now, like that shit is just off limits, you know what I'm saying? So it made you appreciate, the people in your life and stuff. That's dope. But I have a couple of questions I want to ask you. One in particular that's really on my mind. And today, people are starting to become more in tune with mental health and personal stability. How do you feel the music industry nowadays affects an artist or creator's mental? Is it affected negatively or affected positively?
I honestly think it's a thin line between both. To be honest, I feel like the industry is opening up and you are seeing different type of artists, different type of artistry, which I love, shout out to everyone who, are finally doing what they, their heart desires and they want to do. But also, I think, social media plays a positive and a negative aspect as far as with mental health and how you tackle it. I feel like some people use it to their advantage and what is the word I'm looking for? They over-categorize what mental health is.
Right.
And then I think, the people who actually, lean to social media and lean to music, for their therapy, they get overshadowed.
Right.
So I feel like, there's a thin line between good and bad. I do think we're getting into a place where mental health is becoming the forefront of all conversations. Where as opposed to, you look 10 years prior, people were just crazy.
Right.
And then, we're looking at people like Kanye West and, other artists who, are using the way they express how they feel and their emotions, whether it's on a huge scale or on a lower scale, I think it's starting to be looked at as something serious. But I do think a lot of people aren't taking it as serious as they should.
They are.
Yeah, I really
And
feel
I feel like that's why, we can all agree that hip hop is so influential in a sense of, let's say you have a ratchet ass soul, while you smacking bitches. Eventually, there's gonna be some kids that are gonna get so influenced by your music that they're gonna want to smack some bitches up. But why? know, so that's like the bittersweet of it, because it's like hip hop is so influential. It can be so influential on a different scale, especially nowadays. Because I just feel like nowadays is needed to be more positive, because this generation is just they're just totally out of whack. There's no nothing. There's no guidance, you know, and even if the guidance is there, they're not taking it because you can't tell them shit. They have that you can't tell them shit mentality, you know? And it's like if music, imagine if music were to take a wild turn. You know, what they're doing right now, what's this lady's name? She's some high ranked officer in the police force or whatever, some black woman, but she's using lyrics.
Oh yeah, from 14 County. Yeah, she.
So break shit down.
Which is crazy. She was talking crazy.
So just imagine how many people, we already know how many people have incriminated themselves in their song, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Right, we see it live, but this is where the double-edged sword comes in, because it's like, yeah, music is influential and everything, but it's what they're allowing us to see.
Right.
Because just like you were talking about how mental awareness and mental health is like kind of on the rise, my next question is going to be, do you think they're going to study that out? Because now here you are, you speaking some real shit, and now you're gonna get in his head. But we don't want that shit to get in his head. We want that toxic shit to be in his head. It's stuck like front and center. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
agenda.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's like the whole agenda behind it. It's crazy.
I think music is taking a certain turn, but I think hip hop, if you look at the whole spectrum of music, music is music, and we all know at the end of the day, music carries emotion. It's what gets us through. There's no doubt about that. But I think what the masses is afraid of is the power of hip hop,
Right.
and how hip hop started from the bottom, it started from the trenches, and what it's
Here we are, what, 50 years later? Right?
50 years later, this
50 years
August is
later,
going to be 50
still-
years. So it's like, I think they've been on this agenda of wanting to disintegrate hip hop, you know, but that's like the only power us as people of color
That
have. And, you know, the woman in particular who's using rap lyrics, it's crazy when you look at her and you see she's herself, but she's a black woman.
Right.
And you look at her stance on it, and to use it to incriminate other rappers, when we know 80% of what these dudes are spitting ain't even really their life. So it's like, what she's doing is, I feel like it's a spit in the face of the culture, but it's a time where now, as a culture, we need to unite ourselves.
Right, exactly.
And, you know what I'm saying? Go against that grain like you've been doing, because that's what hip hop was formatted of. It was our way to fight the system and poetically saying, you know, what we feel. So
Absolutely.
I think that's what needs to happen.
And I think that's what there's a lack of expressing, you know, what you just said, because now there's so many artists that are living a lie. For what? But that shit gonna wind up getting killed for no reason.
Like literally now it's dead on
And
death.
it's, my son actually told me about it when X died. Tentacion.
Yeah.
I didn't know shit about him. I did not know anything about that man. My son put me on to him. He's like, Mom, you have to listen to his music. My son was very, very musically inclined. He just switched his major in college to music engineering.
Okay.
Trying to get into Kanye and shit. I gave me some beats now. But you know, he put me on to X. And again, I didn't know anything about him. I'm like, oh, who's this? Whatever. I started listening to his music. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, he's a different type of artist. Like, he's different. Like, I literally grew to like him, you know, and I really enjoyed his music. And then when he passed away, my son was distraught. I'm talking about my man was crying. Like, he was crying because he affected that many kids in a positive way. He was like, he was the voice for a lot of kids and what they were dealing with, so like suicidalness and whatever, or whatever. So then my son told me, Mom, he didn't make it to the 20. He said, yeah, he's part of the 21 club. So I'm like, what's the 21 club? He goes, all these artists that don't make it to 21 years old, they get killed before they get to 21. And I'm like, and then he starts like naming, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, you don't think about that. You just see that, all right, this person kind of passed away, again, it's fucked up, oh, this person. But then when you like break it down, like, yeah, it's a 21 club, that's bad.
It used to be 27. You know,
Really?
Jimi Hendrix, all of those guys was on the 27 club.
Oh,
I
really?
literally read a book. It was Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse is on there.
Really?
Man, a a few.
Wow.
Kurt Cobain is on there, and there's a
Yeah, I
few
didn't know
other
that.
people. And then now we're looking
Now
at this
it's
day
just
and age. Now it's
yeah, isn't that sad? Like, that shit scares me. My son is 20 years old, you know what I mean? That should just be like, you know, I see these kids passing away, and I'm like, yo, that's my son's age. Like, yo, that shit is just crazy. Like, this world right now is just nuts, yo. But on the other note, please. This music, are there any performances coming out? Are there still doing performances? Like, I haven't been in a loop, so I'm like, I feel kind of foreign, which is horrible.
I feel like we're opening back up, but I think now it's who you target and who are the right people to perform in.
Do you feel that, I mean, obviously it's always good and a benefit to you if you get a bigger stage. Obviously, you know, that's what you're shooting for. The bigger the stage, the better, you know, more people, whatever. But do you think we should stop, or artists should stop doing the smaller events? I mean, I say they shouldn't personally, because there's no limit to you getting better. Especially as an aspiring artist. Especially as an upcoming artist. There's no limit. Especially if all these goddamn artists lip syncing. You need to master your lip syncing game. Because it's driving me crazy. And I got enough gray baby hairs here that I don't need any more. Okay, because
one of your shows,
I used to always stress that at the beginning of my shows. I used to literally be like, don't lip sync, because I will have my DJ pull the fucking plug. And they used to always tell me, yo DJ, turn that music up. And I used to be like, leave that shit just like that. I want to hear you. I don't want to hear your song. I want to hear you.
Facts. But I think it's something that is in, like, it's like a message in what you're saying right now. So it's like a lot of these, you know, promoters and stuff, they doing these events and booking these artists. They're not giving the, like, for instance, what you said, you gave a constructive criticism to me that I didn't even know I was doing right. This was like probably like my 5th or 6th performance. In one of your showcases, I was the only person who didn't perform with words. And I didn't know that was a thing. I just did it, honestly, it was a mistake.
I praised the fuck out of him.
I remember it was a mistake.
Yeah,
it was a pure mistake.
You were there?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
We met before?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you good.
No matter, I'm so sorry. It was in years, so my bad.
These bookings, these people who are in those positions aren't doing that. So I think that's what it is. It comes with educating.
They letting anybody, listen, I've gotten invited to, like, you know, sponsor certain shows or whatever, or they'll ask me to come in to judge and shit like that. You know how many times I literally just walked out? Like the moment, can I turn that mic real quick, please? The moment your vocals are supposed to be going and your microphone is down here, or I see it. I know when you're lip singing. It's like a weed smoker, you know, I know you smoke weed. Like, you know, you just know.
Yeah.
So when I see it, I get so I'm not interested no more. It's kind of like a turn off to me too, because I'm like, now you're fake. Because here I am, whether I came to sponsor this event, judge this event, or pay to come into this event, I'm expecting you to perform. I don't give a fuck if you fuck up. It's part of the game. It's part of the fucking game. That's the point of you being a goddamn inspiring artist, an upcoming artist. You fuck up, you keep it going. You see major artists and bitches and fucking tripping over their shoes and shit, they're not stopping the show. They getting right back up there, adrenaline kicked up like 10 notches and shit, and they keep the show going.
That's a fact.
You know, so it's like I feel like you cheating me out on the performance that I was looking forward to. And again, I don't care. I'm not looking forward to you fucking up. If you do, it's the rebound that you do. It's that snapback, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, yo, you know what you fucking do with that shit face. You know, and they're not doing that. They're just allowing anybody to go up there and just lip sing a song. Yeah, your shit is gonna sound good pre-recorded. Sometimes it don't even sound good pre-recorded because you have a shitty ass producer. And you don't know how to mix and master a song. I've heard it all, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm picky, but I'm picky and choosy with the music that I like and that I enjoy to listen to. You know, I want to be able to I've done listen to your song like that bar I sent you. I done listen to that song like 3 times already today. I even had my son listen to the song. Because that's what you want, that type of music, and I want to hear that shit again. Or you know what, I think I missed something that he said. Those are the best.
Yeah.
You know? I think I missed something that he said, oh, what? He said that shit? Oh, this nigga, you know what I mean? Like, niggas start getting all excited and shit, like, oh, what's the next one gonna hold? You know what I mean? So it's just, I feel like they're losing the essence of the shows, and that's why these shows get so critiqued the way they do. That's one of the reasons why I stopped doing shows, because I'm like, I'm tired of booking artists, and I specifically tell them, have performance tracks. If you could smoke weed all day, if you could drink, if you could take time just being in the studio, bullshitting, have a performance track. Like just set some time to have that. And again, now you have to master being the best that you can be. It's not gonna happen overnight.
We all fuck up, yo.
Everybody, I fuck up. There's times that I just go blank and I'm just like trying to figure out what the hell to ask you. Like, what's your favorite color? What fruit do you like? What are you allergic to again? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it happens to the best of us.
We do, man. That's
but you just gotta keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so no shows yet.
Yeah, I got one on the 15th.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh nice.
I got one on the 15th. And then right now, like, honestly, we're just getting it right, like the music right.
I feel
like
you.
we're sitting on so much good music that it's like, now it's time to put it out, and that's what we're doing. We're executing that. We're shooting videos, playing it smart, because I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 times around, because I've done 2 projects prior, I didn't really know the industry. I didn't really know what type of artist I was. I just knew that I had something to say, and I knew how to write it.
Right.
So it was like I would hear beats and just write to it. You know, I would be going through things, just write to it. But now I'm like, I feel like I'm the artist that I've always wanted to be. And now I'm learning the business ropes, you know what I'm saying? Because us also having a label and us working on, establishing ourselves and that happening, working on production companies. Like, we're just really now at the point where we like, yo, we getting old.
You laying down the roof.
Yeah, it's like generational wealth is the main goal, you know what I'm saying? You know, when we have
you went through your trial period.
Yeah.
You went through your trial period, you saw, the ins and outs of the thing. Now you're behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But it's always good to be like that. You want to be that diverse artist. You want to have your hands in everything. You know what I'm saying? No offense to you, but in certain situations, there'll be times when you're blind to everything, and here he's going like this or doing some craziness, behind your back. And again, this is a terrible statement, you know what I'm saying? But it happens like that, So it's always good as an artist, even as an individual, I think, in anything that you're involved in. Like, try to be as fully hands-on as possible, so you're not left short of anything. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, I didn't know. I know.
There's no one not knowing. You got Google. It's like it's literally on your phone. Like, you could look up how to write a contract. How should I read a contract? Like, it's right there. It's nothing, like, there's no limits to educating yourself at this point.
YouTube teach you how to do everything.
Yo, facts. Skill shit.
I got my PhD on YouTube. I could do an operation on somebody. Maybe like on your big toe.
That shit is real. Like,
it's
people
true,
probably laughing, but
it's
that's
true.
real.
I know.
Like, I know people who learn how to grow weed from YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is real.
You want to hear something crazy? Quick story. I locked myself out my house, right? My son was with me. My husband was at work, and my father was yelling at me because he didn't have a spare key to my crib. He's like, well, if I would have had a key, you would have been in your house, right? Anyway, so I'm like, damn, my husband don't get out of work till like midnight. It's only like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I'm not about to be out there to bitch off like that, right? So I'm like, we're gonna figure this out. I get a Metro card, and I'm like trying to swipe like through my door. But my door, the way it is they won't allow it. So I'm like, guys, let's use a more firmer card. Nothing. So I'm like, I tell my son, I said, fuck it, we're gonna go on YouTube and find out how to pop a lock. Paperclip. One paperclip, right? So I send my son, he goes to the store, right? He goes to the store, buys a pack of paperclip. He goes, Mom, and he sees the video. My son he's a geek squad. He's all about computers and shit like that. He goes, Mom, and he sees the video. I said, yeah. He goes, all right, I'm gonna try it. Goes, like 5 minutes. I'm already impatient. I'm a cancer. I'm impatient. I'm like, no, fuck that shit. I'm gonna kick the door down. We're gonna break the window. We're gonna do some other shit. We're gonna get in this house, right? He goes, Mom, please. He's like, let me just try it one more time. And I'm like, no. He's like, Mom, come on, please, one more time. He goes, pop! I was like,
surprise.
my man popped that fucking lock with a goddamn paperclip. He felt so accomplished. He felt like such a criminal. I was like, yo. He goes, "Mike, you got another lock? You got a problem?" But yo, it's true. You can really find anything on YouTube. Everything. It's so freaking nice.
It's there. Information's there. You just gotta watch it.
Any okay, I have another question. They say pain is beautiful, even though it hurts. With great pain comes struggle, and with struggle comes an even greater reward. Do you agree with that or not?
I agree with that. I do think, like what is the saying, growing pains? Like, I do really believe in that because from my life, like everything I've experienced, like everything has been pain, lesson learned, don't do this shit again. Like, it's always just been in that order. And even when it comes to personal things like that I write music about, all of those things, like I use a lot of shit that I go through, what I'm saying, in my music, and I want it to be established as, yo, if you going through this, I'm writing about it now. I'm no longer going through it. So there go your ticket to understanding that you can do this. Like, you good. Like, just stick it out. You know what I'm saying? Put on that hustler's ambition. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Like, and just work towards it.
Yeah, that's something I always liked about you. Also, I don't know if I've ever told you, but if I did, I'm telling you now that one thing I like about artists is when they can speak about something, they can just be so transparent. You know what I mean? Knowing that, again, he probably went through the same shit that you went through. And you know what, he just happened to put your song on, and he needed to hear it, and that shit just helped him get through something. So the fact, music is healing. So the fact that your music, excuse me, could resonate into people's thoughts and actual lives, I think it's a beautiful thing. It is not easy to do. It's a gift. It's not something that I'm going to go, maybe like 6 months and I'll look back at you because I'm going to figure this out. No. It's something that I feel like it's just because it comes naturally. It's effortless is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're thinking about it. Yeah, you're trying to figure out what you're going to put down. But at the end of the day, your thoughts and your feelings they're genuine and it's just effortless, And I feel like you hear it more. Like you can tell the difference with music like that, you know what I'm saying? And there's certain times where you hear music and you be like, damn, I would love to see this person perform. You know what I mean? You get like one of those feelings because you feel the music so much with just your ear and I want to see this person, I want to see you fucking just go in and go ham, you know what I mean? With everything that you're saying, you're just spitting in my ear, I want to see it now.
I feel like that's when they feel me more.
Yeah, like, no, because you're a performer. You're not like like you out there, you're engaging, and again, that's something that I've always noticed with you. That's one of the reasons why you always bring my goddamn showcases because he was always taking a win, you know what I mean? But it's your delivery. It's something that I always show. Delivery is very important. You want to be able to engage with your crowd. You want to be able to, lock eyes with them, like, you're treats now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting food.
Because I'm in it, I'm
right,
in it. So it's like,
yeah, once I see the sweat trickling down your forehead, I'm like, yeah, he into it. You know what I mean? Shit, he really feeling this goddamn song. Shit.
I be fighting sometimes. Like,
what?
Live Love Questions, like, we spoke about this song. I haven't really talked about that song too much because it's so old. But like that song tackles a lot of shit that like, honestly, if I didn't write that song, I'd probably still be dealing with those emotions and those issues now.
Really?
Yeah. Like
do you have that?
Yeah, it's one of my older songs, yeah.
You sent it to him?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I don't know if I got it. But yeah, like basically with that song, it's just like one of those therapeutic songs that I just decided to just take everything that was going on in that year and just put it, you know what I'm saying? Like in one verse, I'm just talking about like my life growing up, you know what I'm saying? Issues I was having with my family, looking at their lives from a different scope. And then the second one I'm talking about, at that time I went through like, a breakup and all that, so I was talking about that. And then the third one I just like I'm not gonna lie, when I recorded it by myself, like I didn't have
really?
Yeah, I did that by myself. And I literally like the last verse, I teared a little bit, I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
A little gangster tear.
You better, why can't they gangster tear? Why can't it just be a regular, normal human tear?
Yeah.
Why does it gotta be gangster though? Why can't
I
you
don't
be
know,
innocent?
it just
Why
felt
can't
like
it be like innocent third grade tear, like the girl said no to me because I ain't got a lollipop? I mean, why can't it be like that? Like,
that shit was really like, it was crazy, but like I'm happy I did it because that's when I became vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's when I became an artist.
That's good. That's what's up. We gonna get into one of his joints?
Okay, which one?
Which one you wanna play?
What's going on? So, let's start with the.
Yeah, we can do use. It's a little love joint.
Which one?
Do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
You do you. You do that.
See, you can do it.
Oh, the little person.
Yeah, that's kind of. Unless I feel like that shit go right.
No, that's not. Nah.
See, now you're giving me show vibes. You're gonna make me do another show, please.
Yeah, I
Yo.
told the pro first.
Yeah, you know. On another.
Yeah, check my anxiety meter.
When was the last time you did a show?
The beginning of this year.
Yeah, shows like that thing too.
Uh,
The last one I did was
So
with
you know,
my cousin.
I'll be always.
I don't know if you remember,
What?
My cousin performed. It was a surprise. That was like the first time I met him.
Okay.
He was like, yeah, you know, I know y'all say he first place, but I already know I had the best performance. Then he walked out.
Oh, the guy that I was like, you sour? I was like, oh, you got your
I'm
panties
like-
in a bunch?
Yeah.
I was like, you had no type of sportsmanship. That was your, oh man.
That was the last one I
He
did.
needs to be put in the headlock.
That was what you won.
Yeah.
Yeah. He won like, you won like, I think like 2 or 3 of them
Yeah,
shits, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. He was always, people started looking at me funny.
Yeah,
Like I was being biased, like, yo, that's your cousin or something? Like, you know, we kind of look alike and shit. Like, you trying to let him slide? I'm like, nah, yo, it wasn't me.
Nah, I learned something from all 3 of those though. That's the thing. Like every one that I went to, I took what you said and I brought it to the next one and then the next one. Like I'm that type of person. Like I really learn from what other people say. Sometimes I may not like it, and I may like.
But that's the point of constructive criticism. That's why I tell people, like, you're either going to take what I say with a grain of salt, or you're going to tell me to go fuck myself. Either way, I said what I had to say. And either way, it's not, again, I'm not trying to be the artist, I'm just sharing what I know and what I would share with me. You know, something that I know will help you improve as an artist. You know what I'm saying? There was a girl, I went to a show, Asian girl, and she had like the hardest accent. But you know, foreigners, when they speak English, they speak it perfectly clear. It's so weird.
It's like practice.
It's so weird. So she was singing Celine Dion. Her vocals was, man, her voice was so beautiful. The mic went out. Like literally, the mic just cut out and she froze. She was like, I was like, girl, keep singing. I'm literally yelling. I'm like, keep singing. And she's like, I'm like, keep singing. Finally, she started singing a cappella, killed the acapella. I'm talking about murdered that shit. And then everybody went crazy. I'm like, you see, she came up to me crying, like, oh my God, thank you. I'm like, yo, don't, that's why I'm like, don't stop. Like, yeah, you're gonna have that oh shit moment. You know, everybody has that oh shit moment, but you just have to like, just keep going.
You got no choice.
Yeah.
This is what you want to do. You got no choice.
I called a girl out for lip syncing one time. When we was at Stone Creek. What did you do? I don't know what we did that day. But it was a girl, she sang it, and at the end, I was like, I don't mean no disrespect. I said, but were you lip syncing? And she put her head down.
That's a tough
And
thing.
I was like, I said, just be honest, were you? She was like, yeah. I said, all right, I want you to do me a favor. I was like, I want you to sing for me right now, acapella. And she was like, oh. I said, sing for me right now, acapella. I gave her the mic, and she sang acapella, and she killed it. And I'm like, obviously, you up here pursuing a career because you have a voice. It's like the sister. I don't know if you ever seen Sister.
Yeah.
That part where she like the young girl, she has like these vocal cords like Mariah Carey and stuff like that. It was like one of those episodes.
Sometimes you're scared. Is that hurt?
Yeah, it's that fear. Yeah, you have to swallow that.
Sometimes it's even you sharing that part. Some people write music where it's like that's a part of them that they really are not intended to share with the world.
I always wonder why.
Yeah, it's weird, but like, because
You
I
have such a gift.
But
You know
when you're
what I
in a
mean?
place like that, that means you want people to hear your music.
True.
So like
You expect people
you expect-
to like you, and then you're afraid of that negative feedback. And you don't know how to take it.
Yeah.
If you're a person that just does music for yourself, you're not gonna go to an
Right.
event where
Exactly.
there's multiple people.
Majority of the time.
Yeah, so like if you do it, just
Your
jumping
receive
that,
is going to be different.
just jumping that hurdle because they've never been criticized for their music. This is their first time.
Mhm.
So once you do that, you jump that hurdle, you're like, it's not as bad as I thought, but the fear of trying to jump back.
Oh yeah, it's the hardest part. Yeah, yeah. I told them every song is not gonna be a good song.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now. You let me hit the album now or album from 10 years from now. I might like 9 out of fucking 10 of them. It might just be that one song that I'm just not feeling. I'm like, yo, it might be for you or for him. I'm just personally not feeling that. I like all the other songs, just not feeling that one. And it doesn't mean I don't fucking like it.
That's
You
actually
understand
the
what I'm
point
saying?
of our album.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I'm just letting you know that's just
Sort of
not
like the whole album.
Yeah, I'm just like that.
That's
Just
about-
not that song is just not fit for me. I'm not feeling that melody or it's just not for me. But I fuck with every other joint. Like you're still a dope artist. It doesn't take away. And we all have our bad seeds.
Mhm.
We all gonna make a bad song. We all I'm gonna have a bad show with it. Whatever the case may be, it happens.
But
Yeah.
people have that mindset. They'll be
Get stuck
10
in that
times better,
mindset.
but
Mhm.
they want 10 out of the 10 songs
To be perfect,
fine.
yeah, it's not gonna happen all the time.
That last song might be okay, but
Even some of my favorite celebrities, I'll skip that song.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna pass that song. I don't feel like listening to that shit.
People should be able
I feel like it's like a buffer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have like a bad song, just to buff out the whole album out, you know what I
I'll
mean?
hear the whole album.
Yeah.
When I hear it again, I'm gonna skip that
Skip that one, yeah. Skip number 5. You know what
Not that one.
I mean?
Undownload that one.
He said,
Keep it right.
I'll have it download. Just press skip.
put the star in
Nah, it's really undownload.
Yeah.
I got albums that are not complete on my phone. Yeah. Be like 2, 5, 7.
Cause I
Another
really
one?
want to hear it.
Huh?
Yeah, you play another one? Or not playing
It's
another one?
literally not playing. None of this playing. That's what I'm saying. I just reset the whole shit this time.
Verse broke it? You bumped into it?
Fire.
I think you bumped into it.
The song was fire like that, bro.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Can't nobody ever do the things that I do to you. Face down, ass up, bust a move. Handprint, right cheek, left cheek, leaving hickeys on you. Bite marks, pussy lips all bruised up. Had to beat it up, was talking spicy. Big body, big truck, ass red it might be. I'm trying to do some freaky things in your sheets, make your bed creep, going deep. The neighbors know my name, and my mission is complete. It's but the nasty shit you think about. Is a genie in my dick, put in work, I let him out. Do that thing with your mouth, blow the tip, like stuffing it out. Say sex, the best sex, your stacks good, then I'm throwing it out. Squirt my face, make a mistake, fuck a man, I'm trying to taste. Freaking nigga trying to hook you up, I'm here to please, they bustin' up. Sound clouds, while I lick your body down. I ain't use those other clowns, trying to make that pussy smile. Yeah, do that dance, make it move, yeah. Get on top, bust a move, yeah. I'm a beast, and a wolf, yeah. I'm tryna fuck that head, do up, yeah. Wait until I chill with you, yeah. I'ma do some shit to you, yeah. I'ma change the way you move, yeah. I'ma quit with the tools, yeah.
That's a different vibe from you.
Yeah. This is one of the pandemic joints.
Yeah, Rico's vibe there, show Papi shampoo joint. We don't like a Papi shampoo joint.
That was one of those, yeah.
Nah, that's a nice joint. That's a nice, she better be coming home to a candlelight dinner. You know what I mean? Then back some. I've been Dollar Tree candles though.
Nah. Marshalls.
Oh, I was gonna say the long generic.
Low Target.
I was on the long with a couple ones.
I
The same one now. It's the same one.
That would be crazy.
That's fucked up. dude. Imagine some shit like
Get
that.
a little Marshalls cocoa,
You know what I mean?
the coffee smell,
That'd be crazy.
a little lavender. linen.
Are you a romantic guy?
Yeah. Certain instances, yeah. Certain instances.
Wait, that look was like
I think-
Bullshit. Now you give him such a bullshit look. He looked at you like.
I think I'm a hopeless.
He looked at you like you lied. That's how he looked at you.
Nah, I think I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't
That's
think I'm
great. What's your
romantic.
sign? Not that it matters.
Aries.
You're in April.
Nah, March.
That's what I said.
I mean, you can't
Literally
be
the last day.
Is it?
First, yeah.
Or you're like on the cusp.
Yeah.
Got you.
A weird one. Like right
That's cool. My son is a helpless romantic too.
They call those the true Aries. though.
He went to
Or,
he went to Dollar Tree and got fake flowers for a girl one day. And I was like, goddamn right, you let her know that she's gonna never die.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's good to be a healthy. I think, listen, I feel like men need to be romantic now, especially now in this generation. Because this generation's already screwed. They don't even know about. These kids don't fucking buy these girls chocolates on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, they trying to get them.
They're like, ooh, can I get them baggies, boo? Like, you know, can you twerk for me? Like, the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, different breed.
There's a whole different breed. There's another joint you did during the pandemic?
Nah, this my most recent.
Oh, yeah?
I see a lot going on right now.
Oh, okay.
I see things change, but yet 10 toes I'm here. I see a lot going on right now. I see things change. I wish I would've seen things clear. I see a lot going on right now. I see things change. You know when we fight they cheer. I see a lot going on right now. I see things change. I guess I gotta face my fears, you know. That fake shit hit my core like a shot of Sylvester. I'm the aggressor. Yeah, I'm the one who tried to protect you. I had no measures. My queen who was blocked by the scepter. Boundless love, we tried to connect. The day I lost my grandmother, held her hand before her heart stopped. I was on the floor asking God, just give her my spot. 5 years later, I'm praying he saved my pops in the same position. But my faith is why I don't stop. About to start the paperwork, invest in some cold options. We don't need to sell crack to make the bro knots. I ain't never satisfied, cannot the hustle. Money on my mama, my future's birth on the struggle. Couple things I've been through that they think I would make it out. Sometimes the fear you get me strict to make it count. Either way, I'ma make it. But honestly, it hurts when the ones you thought was real truly fake. I see a lot going on right now. I see things change, but yet 10 toes I'm here. I see a lot going on right now. I see things change. I wish I would've seen things clear. I see a lot going on right now. I see things change. You know when we fight they cheer. I see a lot going on right now. I see things change. I guess I gotta face my fears, you know. That fake shit hit my core like a shot of Sylvester.
That was hard. I really like that.
Yeah, that was a deep one.
I really like that.
I'm about to shoot a video for that in like 2 weeks.
I really like that. That's yeah. See, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I want to hear it again. But that's, you see what I'm saying? And that's a song I want
I'm really
to play
getting
again.
that, and I'm getting that from everyone. Like,
No, seriously, I want to hear that song again. I am gonna hear it again, but I'm just saying it gives me that feeling that I want to play that shit back. I don't mind playing it back. You know what I'm saying?
this is my
Nah, that
one of my favorite songs.
Nah, real talk, like, you definitely spoke from your heart. I felt that every fucking word.
That was
And my
one of those
condolences too, but I definitely felt that. Yeah, that's some shit. You see me, I'm just like smoking my blunt, like that's me smoking an L, and you know, I'm about to turn the lights off, because he lights on real good, you know what I mean?
It's not his grandma you lost, it could be a mom that he was there.
Yeah.
Possibly could be the lost, but just
It's just the know of someone you lost that was closer to you.
And the fact that it's a circle, you know what I'm saying? It's like a circle of life. 5 years later, I'm doing the same thing with my pops. So,
then people leaving you by your side too.
all of that.
Friends that you think they're not that you're gonna be with forever.
During that time, you know the song was solid.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what all of that comes from.
My husband was Russell's father. My father was passed away in December. He just came to Jamaica in January. So that was like bittersweet because here we were in Jamaica. Beautiful up there, but we go out there to celebrate, you know what I mean? But then, that's what we get said, that's when the sushi really, you know, and then you just see it left to your right, and then you get there.
That's how you know you keep your distance from them.
I had to learn.
Yeah, you learn not to get mad. You can't get angry at it. You can't get angry at them. Because at the end of the day, you know as yourself as a person, you were genuine.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't approach it like that. I'm a very emotional person, so I took
Not
a
as
lot of.
emotional as man. I
I
had
know.
cancer. We cry babies. Oh, yeah, but we top you, baby. We
Yeah,
top
y'all
you.
different.
I cry
Y'all
for
different.
Huggies commercials. Don't play with me. Gender reveal.
Nah, y'all different.
We're very different.
But I had to
No,
learn
but I
that.
feel you.
I had to learn that. Yeah, 'cause it was something.
It
new.
hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Because you don't expect that from certain people. You know what I mean? So it just hurts that much more. And it sucks. But that's what makes you stronger too.
That's yo.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I would be the person I am
Yeah,
now without
it
that.
makes you definitely stronger. That's what I was about. You got another joint?
Oh, this is instrumental. Oh, no, matter of fact, I do know.
Here's my favorite song of all time. It's really Don't Have Me.
Yeah, everybody likes that song.
You have another one?
Yeah.
You guys don't ever?
Got the game on standstill, it's virtual. That mass appeal, company on the run, but this beat is the master mill. I ain't never sold coke, ain't no need for that cap and fill. Fan will blow breeders, plus the extras they trap and fill. Big V be the ego, meat white like a kilo. 3 deep like the Migos, current mix with the sofrito. Get creative, walk the weed smoke, was raised to go and get it. So the game is mine, and if they with me, know they truly with it. Had to develop a lucid vibe while they hating scrutinize. Ladies running forward, trucks 40X, the newest ties. Okay, just know that we don't play. I ain't no killer, but this biscuit gon' stop the old age. Yo, I'm a beast from the east who never witnessed defeat. I can make the song cry or eat the oil on the beat. You so for the cream of me, you don't want no smoke with me. I swear to God, y'all don't want no smoke with me. Homie, we legit, always move in silence. Never been a follower, was raised defiant. Hurt the ones I love, I'ma bring the violence. They always gon' hate when they see it secrets. Homie, take it easy, busy, soft. Cause if I make that call, get gimped. I realize the reason they don't fuck with us. I was raised that loyalty's always one up.
I don't know, but let's see.
So I just had an idea. You say you're about to drop an album, right?
Yeah, we're
When?
going. Yeah, November 8th.
November 18th.
November 18th.
So we're doing that November 18th. November 19th is a show that we did not show
Yeah, we put together
for the
like a variety type show. We have vendors, artists performing type shit. Yeah.
So, I have an idea. Would you be interested in doing like a little listening session here?
Oh, but yeah, that should have it.
Invite a couple of people. Not like 50, okay? Because we're gonna be like sweating and I wanna make sure everybody wash their ass if we're doing that, you know what I mean? It's gonna be tight, we're gonna be like, yo, like, fuck not stuff. No, but seriously, like, because I'm like, I can listen to your music all night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So,
I
I
want
got a question though. Because I know there's a trend been happening. As a DJ, I've noticed it. How come it seems like more rappers are not doing actual 16s anymore? Like, y'all actually cut it down to like 8 bars and even shorter than that. Like, y'all hooks seem longer than y'all actual verses. Not saying it's you, but I'm just saying, 'cause I noticed the length of your tracks. All of your tracks are like 2 minutes and under. You know, so that's just something that I've noticed been happening recently with all the new tracks that I've been downloading. Not only you, but a lot of artists, not only industry artists, but independent artists too. Like, I remember it used to be 32. Cause I don't want to put my age out there, but I remember it used to be
it's out there,
32.
we know how
I
you
remember
are now.
that too, though, so you good. You good.
Nah, but I remember it being 32. Then I saw it drop down to 16, and then now it's even.
You think it's like a poll? Like, I'm gonna just keep it short so that we could be anticipating the next song? Maybe?
Yeah, just a quick
You know
question.
what I mean?
Nah, for me, oh, you wanna go first? You wanna? I feel like,
Alright.
alright, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt like two things was happening. My writing process, I don't really write hooks.
Okay.
I'll write
Right,
like 40 or
You
50
just on some
bars.
straight
Yeah,
bars.
like it'll be a song where I write 40 or 50 bars, and when it comes to like, you know, us establishing ourselves as a label and me being an artist and everything, what was happening was that was what was lacking, was me having hooks. It was
Right.
just straight, like,
You have
the
to
new
break- you
songs
have to
was
break it
all
down.
I had to,
Yeah.
so
Just mixtape status songs, just
Yeah.
rush.
yeah,
Like
so with my
non-stop.
writing, I can't break. I don't have a stopping point in the middle.
Right.
That stopping point when it's time to stop will be in the middle of like a bar that's about to explain another bar that's
Right,
gonna go
right.
back to the bar before.
Right.
So I had to figure out like, yo, what can I do to also keep the attention span while still being the artist that I am.
Right.
Right.
So I had to like start writing less,
Right.
like less as far as bar, and then more so put more punches. You know what I'm saying? So you could feel it even though it's short. And then another thing too, he's gonna say this. I'll let him say
What's
this.
your take on it?
Now, what I think is people, our fans or just people in general, their attention span is just
Oh, yeah,
not
sure,
as
yeah.
not as up to par like how it used to be. Back then, I could listen to a 4-minute song, a 6-minute song,
And appreciate every single
and
word.
put it again.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
the game, 300 bars,
Oh,
15
yeah.
minutes long,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
put it again.
1,000 times.
So now that people just want to, and it goes as far as maybe a little bit with the DJs, I may be wrong, but I've seen is that they play shorter tracks because you could replay it again and it's not that long.
That's true.
So, but then when it comes to him, I'll call him the one verse king because all he could do is just write one verse, a hook, and then he's good.
I think I'm never
Or
there.
he'll write just straight bars. People go 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. But it's like I always spoke to him about you need to construct your songs, right? You need sometimes a verse, a hook, a verse, a hook, then a verse, right? You can have 3 verses, you can have 2 verses, and that's gonna determine how long your song's gonna be.
Right.
But sometimes with him, he likes the one verse and the hook, and it's good. But as a fan, I want
You
more.
want more.
I'm committed.
And the thing is, I always told him, don't do what these artists now are doing. Just a short, sweet song, a minute and 30
Give
seconds.
people
And
what
then
they want to hear.
then not. Let's get back to the root of 3 minutes,
Right.
3.5
Exactly.
to 4 minutes. You feel me?
Right, right.
Totally agree.
So I agree with y'all. It's all about the listener's attention span. Like everything these days is all about get it to you right now and get out the door. And it's cool because you get what you want right away, but you don't really get nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? I feel the songs like don't get it twisted. The song come on, I bop to it, I dance to it, and then it's gone. I'm looking for the next one. I'm not even trying to hear your shit again. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear the next song now because it's that quick. Now, I feel all the artists on there, 8, 9 bars, 10 bars. Throw a couple, you know what I'm saying, with a hook. Have somebody else jump on that shit.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Have 3 or 4
some
more
features
people.
on there,
If
yeah.
you gonna do 8 bars,
Yeah, I agree with that.
jump on there with 4 more people, or have 2 verses. Now I understand your plight because, in a way, it reminds me of when I was in school and I write good essays, but they don't ever finish.
Yeah, that's
Like
it.
I go into detail and more detail and detail after that to explain the detail before.
You want to test you right on the
Yeah.
little
And then 15
corner.
I'm
minutes later, on the
over-
side of the paper,
Yeah.
and then it gets to
I'm
the
supposed
point,
to have
yo.
in 1 page, I got half a book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was always the default. It's a good thing because you're detail oriented. Anybody who come to you and say, yo, what happened? Nigga, I could break it the whole shit
You
down.
got some time? You got a Snickers bar? You got time?
But ain't nobody got time to sit there. You know what I'm saying? It also goes. What I also notice now is a lot of people just like want to hit a punch and get out of there. But the punch can't be something where I gotta sit down and actually think about it. It gotta be something that comes to me right away. As soon as you say it, got it. Next punch. You know what I'm saying? So certain rappers suffer. Cause there's other rappers that throw a punch at you and you get it. And then like a month later you be like, I fucking caught it now.
But that's the best part for me when you're doing all that ABC crap and just once I got it right there, people don't want to think anymore.
Exactly.
Right? So when you say a bar like with him, sometimes I hear his shit, I'm like, eyes dope. Me, I gotta listen to a song multiple times, right? And then I might watch a battle rap and stuff like that. Then I might put two together like, that's what he said. Nah, that's fire. So I don't think the youth now is in that state.
Nah.
So and the music is too watered down. Like it's too much. People's putting out
it's
too much.
repetitive and it's all the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you could put the radio on. I can tell you who was on before I even said it. It's a brand new song.
That's a fact.
Just from the voice. I go automatic just for the flow. I go automatic to tell you who it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, kinda gotta listen for a minute. And it was like, alright.
Oh, is that person?
That's little such and such.
Alright, we gotta know.
Cause like 50 people got little.
And bar, they're not bar heavy no more. Like I had somebody who I was working on a feature like last year, and homie that was like, yo, let's work on something else. And I'm like, yo, why? He's like, yo, bro, you was going off. Like that's not the vibe of the song. Like the way you was, like you did. He was dead. Like yo, you wilding like the metaphors and all that. I just was like, yo, you don't gotta work now, cause that's me. Like I'm not I'm not dumbing nothing down.
Right.
I'm not,
It's either you get it or you don't. If you don't get it, just
like straight up.
People compete back then in the song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a fire verse. He hears it. Nah, let's go. Let me write this fire verse.
That's what
I might hear it again. Change my
But
shit
it's
real
only
quick,
to make
and
you
then-
guys better as
Right.
individuals.
Yeah,
You know, like
outcome.
now it's like a competition. Like, what are you trying to outdo me, bro? Like, it's not even
Right.
like that.
It's like that
music
Forever
is still
song.
music, you know?
With Drake and Ham and Lil Wayne and
Right.
Son.
Exactly.
Cause I heard that when M did that Forever song with Drake and Lil Wayne and Kanye, like all of them went back and changed their shit. Like nah,
Yeah.
That's what they said about the monster too.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah.
nah, I'm not about to know. I'm not about to do this thing.
November.
I'm with that.
You
Yeah.
down, manager?
I'm with that.
Mr.
Definitely.
Manager, guys, sorry. Talk to you. Is that cool?
Nah, I'm with that. You gotta-
Just let me know what day. You do it on the weekend, or even like if you want to do it during the week.
Yeah.
You know, just let me know what day is good for y'all. I'll cook.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta cook. You know what I mean? We just make it a nice little vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I want to hear some more. I think it was really dope.
Let's let it hear verse for you.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited about the album.
The real weekend.
Yeah.
If that's the next title for your album, just make sure you put my best ways.
Hosted by.
Make sure you put TM. Trademark TM. That's what I need to my name. Guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure seeing you. It's been so long, but it's great seeing you. You've been doing your thing, and you know, you're just getting better as an artist. From was that 4 years ago?
Definitely not that kid.
From 4 years ago to now, and that's another thing that I enjoy with doing radio. Like some artists that I still keep in contact. You know, years down the line. You know, we don't even speak that time, but I see everything that you do on social media, and that's what you want. You know, I may not be in contact with you, but trust me, I'm watching. I see what's going on because I pay attention to the people that I like. You know, so it's good to see just the growth. You know, get better and better. That's why when you hit me up, I was like, oh, remember when I told you? I said, oh, you got management now? I was like, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. He's stepping up. No, that's for real. And again, it feels good to see that. There's people that I fuck with. And, you know, people that I see, you know, I can see you getting big. I see you making moves. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good look. November, you have to get you have one job. Don't be like the guy that fucked up my baby. Okay?
I'm proud of
Do you hear me?
We're on a different
Don't
level
be the
right
baby guy.
Word.
now. We're trying to work.
Yeah,
Trying to work,
Yeah, I'm not gonna be the baby guy, right?
Nah.
Okay, good. Guys, I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, y'all.
You ready to go? If y'all need anything, hit me up. Magazine, I got you. In the next issue, without a doubt.